Represented here by Ms. Pantoja. You are an employee of the salon?
Yes.
Okay. For $3,000 in pain and suffering, prescription costs, and hospital bills that you say they caused you to incur, correct?
Yes,
Tell me what happened, ma'am.
I'm new to the country. This is my first time having my nails done in this country.
Well, welcome to the court system. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes, I had my nails done. The salon was quite nice. Nails were beautifully done. It wasn't 3 weeks.
What day did you have the nails done?
9/21.
No, September 21st.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was going for a new job, so I had red polish on initially, so I thought looking a bit tacky because it's growing out just a little bit at the quits. So I thought I'd change the polish.
When you had your nails done on 9/21, what did you have done?
I had refill.
Okay, when you
polish.
say fill, it's because you have acrylic nails?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you walked in, did you have acrylic nails already, or did you get a full set done by then?
I had acrylic nails already.
Okay, so you were going in to get, because when you have acrylic nails,
yes,
and they start to grow out, there's becomes this little gap around your cuticles, which is your fresh nail growing in, so they need to get filled.
Yes.
All right, and that's what you went to have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then about 3 weeks later, you say, or a month later?
It was 18 days later when I checked.
What day in October?
It was 10/7.
Okay.
So in the night, I tried taking the polish off. When I took it off, I realized that my nails were like green underneath. So I was like, wow. But this was late in the night because I was getting ready for my new job, 10/8. So I went to the hospital the next morning before I went back to them because I needed to have a doctor say what she thinks, how serious he thought they were, because they looked really bad to me.
Okay.
So I went to confirm that with the doctor. The doctor saw them and said I had fungus.
Right.
Because they were really green under there.
Okay.
So she gave me prescriptions of 5 refills of Penlac 8%.
Which is a solution that you put on, an antifungal solution that you put on your nails for a rather lengthy period of time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I went back to the shop and I showed the gentleman my nails and he was like, wow. And he took me downstairs to the actual salon because there's a beauty supply on top of this salon.
Okay.
So he took me down and asked what happened. I couldn't understand what was going on because they don't actually speak English. So they were talking in their own language and whatever it is.
What was a different language?
I don't know. They're Chinese.
Okay.
I suppose.
What did he offer you any money?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did he offer?
$100.
And that certainly wasn't acceptable?
No, ma'am.
Since your hospital visit was 300 and something. All right, so did you go to another salon in order to get the acrylic nails off?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how did that work out?
They wouldn't do it because they couldn't have me being in the salon with infected nails, so I had to soak it off myself.
Really?
Yes.
So you couldn't find anybody to take, you didn't want to trust them to do it, and you couldn't find anybody else to do it. Had you had your nails done anywhere else?
I've been doing my nails for years. I've always done my nails. I lived in London, and I've been doing my nails. I kept it on for like a month. It will grow out and look tacky, but there's no way water could have got under those nails.
Were you doing your own acrylic nails?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, you had it done, but done somewhere else.
Out of this country, because I've just came
Right, because you just came in.
Yeah.
Ms. Pantoja, what have you got to say about all this?
Okay, she came to the store to just get a filling. We did it. And we told her that she has to come back in after 10 days to do another filling or just to check the nails.
In 10 days? Why would somebody have to come back after 10 days in a filling?
Between 10 or 15 days, it depends how fast the nails grow.
Isn't it typically 3 weeks?
Sometimes.
But you told her 10 to 15 days?
Yes, because sometimes...
Did anybody tell you 10 to 15 days?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you tell every one of your clients you need to come back in 10 days?
Yes.
I don't believe you. I've been doing acrylic nails for a long time. That's just, I can't, if I went to a salon and said you have to come back every 10 days, I'd tell them that I'd be seeing you more than I see my husband.
No, it's between 10 and 15 days.
No, it's not. It's 3 weeks. Go ahead. So go ahead. So you told her 10 to 15 days. Go ahead. And what happened?
It's between 10 and 15 days.
Okay.
So after she came, like 20 days later, in the store everybody speaks Chinese and a little bit English. So I'm the only one able to speak, to explain to her in a almost clear English. What she has, almost.
Okay, it's good.
Friendly English. So I speak to her, you have to soak here. And she say, no, I just fell down. And her nails were red and sore because she fell so much.
They were, okay, but she says that they were green because they have fungus. And a doctor says that she has fungus. How did she get fungus?
Because maybe she hit her hands with something or something. So the artificial...
How many nails have the problem?
3 on this one and 2 on that one.
Would I still see the problem now?
Yes,
Come on up.
So can the plaintiff get fungus the way she's describing?
No, I don't think she can.
Why?
Because I've done my nails before and that never happened to me.
You buying that?
I think wherever you've got an opening that's moist, you can get fungus if it's open and closed there.
I think I'm going with you on this one. I'm going inside the courtroom.
This one? And which other one? That one?
Yes, ma'am. This one was really sore, but it popped in the middle, but it's going out now, just like this one. It's coming off, and this one is really painful.
Are you treating them now?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you treating them with?
With a pen, like 8%.
Do you have any hospital records where I can see what the doctor told you and you told the doctor, whatever pain you're describing to the doctor? Do you have that?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you hand that to Douglas, please? Okay. The doctor did not prescribe anything for pain, correct?
No, ma'am.
And the pain was not so much that you asked the doctor. I'm asking you because you're asking for a lot of money for pain and suffering.
No, ma'am. The reason I just put that in mind because I wasn't sure how much the hospital bill would come to. So that's
well, no, but now you are sure. You do know. You have the hospital bill. You're asking for $360.47 in the hospital bill. That's the actual amount of the hospital bill. Then you're asking for $1,000-something in prescription costs because you figure you're going to have to use this for X number of months. Do you have the proof of what the prescription costs?
I just asked them at CVS how much it would cost, and they wrote it on here to say it's $176.
Let me see what you've got. Hand it to Douglas, please. That's just some handwriting that says CVS and then says $176.99. My. Thanks. Do you guys, I mean, what is your defense? That she filed her own nails down and therefore she caused her own fungus by filing her nails down?
That's the words she used. I filed down because my nails were green. And I see only one green nail. That's a small stuff.
But there are several of her nails that are a problem.
Yeah, because she
I mean, if there's one nail, I can understand why you hit your nail and then the acrylic separates and you don't get it taken care of, and then fungus can grow under I can get all that. But there's several nails on one hand and several nails on the other that have the problem.
Yeah, because after she went to the store, she didn't want to soak off, and she kept
no, she didn't want you. You understand
okay,
that, right?
But
She thinks you're responsible because it was unsanitary. Yeah. So she doesn't want to have you soak it off because she doesn't trust you guys anymore.
Okay, I understand. But she in home, before to get the store, she filed down because they get red.
She has fungus.
Yes.
You don't have fungus from that. You have fungus from water being trapped underneath.
Between the nail and
the
artificial.
That's how you get fungus all over your nails like that. Because something maybe that's unsanitary has contact with her. Thank you. All right. I do see from the internet that, in fact, the going rate for the fungal medication is $170 in the U.S. Buy it on the internet from Canada, which is perfectly legal. It's $90 in Canada, okay? Here's what I'm going to award you. First of all, I find that you've been able to prove by a preponderance of the evidence as is required in civil court that, in fact, it is more likely than not that this happened at the hands of the nail salon. Okay? You never had a problem before. All of a sudden, you have fungus under nails and fingers and both of your hands. It wasn't like a bump and then it separates and then you had misfortune that was really your fault for not getting the acrylic removed after the it's all over your hands, and it happens within weeks after you've left the nail salon. You didn't go to, and there's no evidence you went to any other nail salon in between, and you went to the doctor the very next day, which I don't blame you. So I'm going to award you the $540 for the fungal medication that you can get on the internet, the $362 for the hospital visit, for a sum total judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $902.47. That's my verdict.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to America.
Thanks.
These are really hard cases to prove. In a sense, they're like malpractice cases, and especially if it's something medical. Usually you have to come in with some kind of expert testimony from a doctor or something like this. But the fact is, in this case, multiple nails got infected. And when it's not just one thing and you see multiple nails and it's all emanating from the follow-up from a manicure and putting these nails on, what it does is it makes a compelling case that at least it's more likely than not the defendant did the damage.